And rolling.
And now it's time for another edition of What Would Jell-O Do? Hey, I've been hanging out up in northern Alberta at the tar sands and I've never felt better. Well, actually I made up for a movie called I Love You, I Am the Porn Queen, written, produced, directed by Annie Kidd, and made up by Toby Lindola, who did the first 5 years of The X-Files, among many, many other things. But back to the tar sands. You all know Alberta, how the beautiful Jasper Banff National Park, well, north of there, the same Athabasca River that's so beautiful and all those beautiful mountains, it's a little different. Because where does America get most of its oil these days? Not Saudi Arabia, not Mexico, not Nigeria, not Venezuela. Almost double that is Canada. And a lot of it comes from these northern Alberta tar sands, which is about the filthiest way to get oil out of the ground I have ever heard of. You've got to literally get it out of rock and sand and all these polluted pools that you could melt people in, and maybe they do, who knows. People, the Aboriginals living downstream off the fish in the Athabasca, they're getting poisoned in all kinds of weird ways. And to top that, one of the crazier Bush administration fantasies was to build an oil slurry pipeline for the tar sands all the way from Alberta to Houston, Texas. Who was branded the biggest outlaw at the climate summit in Copenhagen almost a year ago? China was #1, but Canada was #2 because the tar sands are that bad. And the pipeline idea, unfortunately, has not gone away. The State Department, of all people, has to approve it because it goes across a border. Hillary Clinton said last October she was inclined to approve it. Surprise, surprise. However, she's now backing down a little, but on February 4th, Stephen Harper, the right-wing fundamentalist Christian Prime Minister of Canada, who probably figures Jesus is going to put all the resources back after they wreck everything, he pushed the Obama administration to clear the pipeline to bring 500,000 barrels a day of absolute filthy toxic crap clear down through our country and theirs to Houston, just so people don't have to wimp out and buy one of those Chevy Volts or Nissan Leafs or put solar panels back on the White House after Reagan took them down to show all American he is. Well, a lot of people would like to have Volts or Leafs or Teslas or whatever, but the waiting list is tens of thousands of people long, even as they saturate the TV with ads. Deliberately, perhaps? So, forget infomercials and ordering creams through the mail for male enhancement and curing all your ills and instant abs and all that. You ought to be as handsome as me. Push for that Keystone XL pipeline to bring crap from the tar sands down to Texas. Or better yet, don't push for it and just keep it a nice little secret so it gets approved behind everybody's back, kind of like what Obama just did to end internet neutrality.